Can we go a bit deeper on that point of Arafat's leadership? The one way that I might see it, and you might not, I don't know, is that Arafat and other Arab leaders behave in their societies very much like Arab fathers in their families. So the Arafat would never be able to sit with you any more than a father could sit to be questioned by his son in an Arab family. And I think this emerges in your own memoirs and your father. I don't think any Arab leader could afford to sit down with one of his subjects, one of his citizens, and be questioned one-to-one by him.
No, I think they could. I think you're wrong. I think they could, but they rely very heavily, just as Arafat relies, and I don't think it's specific to Arabs, I think it's everywhere. They rely on, you might say, the authority of the authority. Let's say the authority of the office. It's a very intimidating factor. And it's not just about being a father, it's about holding a position, which is terribly important in Arab society, and I think it's true in every society. I mean, if you're a professor in a university, I've always thought that that's the best thing to be in a university, but if you're a dean or a vice president or a provost, it's not just true in the Arab world, it's true in the West as well, then you're considered something of greater importance. I think that's it. So there's no fear for Arafat or the king of Saudi Arabia or the sheikh of Kuwait to sit with people. In fact, they have these diwans and people can come and talk to them in an extremely egalitarian way. It doesn't make any difference. I mean, they listen to them, but doesn't mean they're going to do anything because they know it can't affect them, right? They come as individuals. What we don't have is an informed public opinion which is mobilized, whether through in Gramscian terms, that is mobilized to create a kind of hegemony through a culture of, let's say, resistance, or at least offering some challenge to the single authority. It's the authority that I think, for example, that somebody like Bush has. It's just because he's the president. People venerate authority, and I think it has, in the end, not so much to do with families. It may be vestigial. I mean, they carry with them a kind of patriarchal cachet, but it's not only that, is what I'm trying to say. I think it's the whole mechanism of power, which I've always believed it's the intellectual's role to oppose, or at least to expose and demystify, and saying, well, he doesn't really have that kind of power. You have to be able to say, and most people are afraid to do that.